In this video, we will be learning about order of operations. Let's say we had a problem where it's 4 plus 9 times, 4 plus 9 plus 7 times 5 plus 3. What would you do? So 4 plus 9, what's that? 4 plus 9 is 13. 13 plus, then we do 13 plus 7. 13 plus 7. What is that? 20. So you get 20. Then you get 20 times 5, which is 100. Then you get 100. 100 plus 3 is 103. So you would say the answer to this problem right here would be 103. What if I told you that would be completely wrong? Enter that into your calculator and you would get a completely different answer. The answer you would get would be 51. And you may be wondering why. That makes no sense. Here's the thing though. The way you do math, the order you do math is very important. So this is the order you would do any problem. I will come back to this problem in 1 second, but let me introduce to you with something called PEMDAS. PEMDAS, which P stands for parentheses, which is the brackets. E stands for exponents. M stands for multiplication. D stands for division. A stands for addition. And S stands for subtraction. This is the order we do math. Now, if you are having trouble remembering PEMDAS, just remember, please just remember this catchy phrase. Please excuse my dear Aunt and Sally. So if you look here, P, the first letter for each word in this catchy phrase is PEMDAS right here. So that's a catchy way to remember this. So this is the order we do math. And keep in mind that you would do parentheses, exponents, but when it comes to multiplication and division, you don't necessarily do multiplication before division or division before multiplication. These two right here, you can do, it's dependent on what comes first and from left to right. So based on the problem, you may do division first or multiplication first. Same for addition and subtraction. It doesn't matter. You don't necessarily do addition before subtraction. Based on the problem, you may do addition first or subtraction first. I will elaborate that in a second. Okay, so now we learned about PEMDAS. Let's go back to this problem. Now we know that we are supposed to do multiplication and division before addition and subtraction. So you would do 7 times 5 first in this problem right here. So 7 times 5 is 35. So you would get 35. Then you would look back at your PEMDAS order and see what you would do first. Now you see that everything is addition. So now that everything is on the same level, if that makes sense, you would just go from left to right, just like you learned in kindergarten. So then you would do 4 plus 9, which is 13. Then you would do 13 plus 35, you would get 48 plus 3, which is 51. And that is why the answer to this problem is not 100 and I don't remember the answer, but it was 130 something. But instead, it's actually 51. Let's do a few more problems to help you understand how PEMDAS work. Okay, so I have a quick little PEMDAS on the top left corner to help us through these problems. So let's say we had a problem where it was 4 plus 3 plus, in parentheses, 7 minus 5, close parentheses, times 6 minus 8. Let's say we had this problem. Now, in the previous problem, we did multiplication first because it was above addition. It had a bigger priority than addition and subtraction. But in this case, we would not do the 5 and 5 times 6 first, because the biggest priority in all of PEMDAS is parentheses, as you can see here. And since 7 and the 7 minus 5 operation right here is in these parentheses, you would actually do this first because parentheses has the highest priority. So you would do 7 minus 5 first, which is 2. Then you would look at the next highest priority, which is multiplication in our problem, for example, which would be 2 times 6, which is 12. Then 12 minus 8, 4 plus 3, which would give you 7 plus 12. So 7 plus 12, which is 19, minus 8. And you get 11 at the end. So the answer to this problem right here is 11. But if you were to do it like just from left to right, regardless of PEMDAS, you would get 4 plus 3 plus 7 minus 5 times 6 minus 8. And the answer would be 46, which is completely different from 11. So let's do a few more problems. Let's say we had a problem of 5 plus 2 to the power of 3 minus 8 divided by 4 times 2 plus 7. How would you solve this? The highest priority in PEMDAS is parentheses, but we don't have that. So the next highest priority is exponents. So you do 2 to the power of 3 first, which is 8. Then the next highest priority is this part right over here. But you may say the M comes before the D in PEMDAS, right? So you would do the multiplication first before the division. But no, that is actually not true. Remember what I said before? The priority for the multiplication and division can switch. It's based on the problem. So it's whatever comes first. Since the 8 divided by 4 part comes first, you would do this part first, which is, and so 8 divided by 4 is 2. Then you would do 2 times 2, which is 4. And after this, everything is just at the very bottom level where it's addition and subtraction. So you could just go from left to right. So you would do 5 plus 8, which is 13. And then you would do 13 minus 4, which is 9, plus 7. And the final answer is 16. Enter that into your calculator and you would definitely get 16. This is why it's very important the order you do math problems. Let's do one last problem. Let's say we had 7 in parentheses minus 5 plus 8 close parentheses plus 2 times 6 plus 1. You would obviously do the 1 in parentheses first. This is kind of an easy problem, you may be wondering. But I just want to do this to show you something. Now you may see, this is exactly like the multiplication and division scenario. You may see addition comes before subtraction, so it must have higher priority. But no, addition and subtraction have the same exact priority. So you would do whatever comes first from left to right. So since 7 minus 5 comes before 5 plus 8, you would do 7 minus 5 first, which results in 2 plus 8, which is 10. So the answer to like this part of the problem right here is 10. Then you would not add 2. Remember, don't forget all the levels. The next priority is multiplication before addition. So you would do 2 times 6, which is 12, and then you would get 10 plus 12 plus 1. Now this is just simple addition, and you get 23. There you go, done. Please hit the subscribe button. It is completely free and you can always change your mind. Thank you for watching.